OK。喂，聽到？呢個直播咧就同大家去討論一下，咧呢個 NBA 休賽季，而家目前截至而家係8月19號啦。咁截至目前為止咧，大部分球隊都已經組建佢哋嘅陣容啦。咁組建陣容，大部分球隊已經完成組建陣容嘅情況下，我哋可以開始去分析唔同嘅球隊嘅實力啦。咁之前唔同嘅球隊我都有寫過一定嘅文章，去分析佢哋究竟經過一個休賽季之後評價如何嘅。咁而家呢個 moment 咧，我哋就逐支球隊去了解一下，究竟佢哋唔同球隊到而家目前為止嘅實力如何啊？咁首先第一隊呢個活塞，我覺得個人認為咧，就佢哋仲有好多人開頭已經簽咗，但係仍然係一個non-guarantee 嘅 contract， 佢哋仍然可以喺一定日子之前去將呢份 contract 去 waive 咗佢，去 waive 走 Kevin Herter。咁目前佢哋簽咗 John Collins， 加入咗 Isaiah Joe， 然後送走 Isaiah Stewart 等等嘅操作。好明顯地，活塞係更加注重防守同埋投射嘅，比起進攻方面，即係佢哋冇好急住話揾一個 secondary ball handler。當然唔係冇急住，而係佢哋冇去俾出好大嘅資產去交易一個大嘅球星嚟，例如話咩有傳出過好多嘅 Kawhi Leonard、Austin Reeves 等等好多球星都有同佢傳出過緋聞，但係冇一位球星係嚟到嘅。咁當然呢個係兩面嘅因素啦。你可以話佢哋呢支球隊小城市吸引唔到球員，亦都可以話係佢哋比較謹慎，冇好亂咁 all in 晒所有嘅未來資產去揾一個球星過嚟，而係未肯定可唔可以同 Kate Cunningham 去做成一個合法嘅組隊嘅。咁呢樣嘢就好視乎你去點樣去咩角度去思考。咁我個人認為咧，活塞呢個舉動係正確嘅，同時佢哋都冇急住俾 Jandre 一份大約。點解？因為佢哋知道佢有嘅 Kate Cunningham 呢個 NBA 未來巨星，甚至乎而家已經係 top 前10，甚至接近前5 level 嘅超級未來新星嘅時候，佢哋唔需要咁急住去話揾好多嘅大明星等等嘅去同佢搭檔，而關鍵係佢要揾啲適合佢嘅配角。咁今個休賽季佢哋揾簽咗 John Collins。John Collins 對我認為係一個非常之好嘅補強。點解？因為 John Collins 一嚟佢嘅 size 係足夠嘅，雖然佢嘅自主進攻能力冇 Tobias Harris 咁好，佢冇辦法佢有咁多低位單打抗佢一體嘅得分重任，但係 John Collins 有嘅係佢嘅體能。係Tobias Harris 唔具備嘅，而且佢而家先28歲，佢又可以同 Kate Cunningham 拍檔未來3-4年甚至更加長嘅時間都唔可以嘅，所以個人覺得放走 Tobias Harris 反而係一個好正確嘅選擇，就係因為一嚟時間線上唔吻合啦，二嚟就係佢哋雖然 John Collins 呢個得分能力冇咁好，但係針對翻呢個lob threat 或者俗稱叫做空接威脅呢個 Kate Cunningham 作為一個 All-Star Point Guard，佢嘅 lob threat 係非常之被低估嘅。好多人淨係知道 Luka Doncic可以有能力帶動中鋒去進行 lob threat， 但係 Kate Cunningham 其實呢方面都係有一定嘅能力喺度。當然冇咁好，而且失誤比較多，但係佢都有呢個能力。而另外就係呢個向雷霆買咗 Isaiah Joe， 喺今個夏天，因為雷霆有呢個薪金壓力嘅時候，佢哋放走咗好多輪替。Isaiah Joe 就係其中一位，佢喺雷霆入邊上場時間非常之少，亦都係非常之被低估一位球員嚟嘅，我個人認為。所以佢唔需要付出任何球員，淨係可以換嚟 Isaiah Joe，我覺得係一個非常之出色嘅操作。但係呢件事有另一個問題就係佢哋而家成隊球隊有好多出色嘅配角啊，有 Love Fred 嘅 John Collins， 有射手 Isaiah Joe， 簽翻 Kevin Huerter， 原本 Duncan Robinson， 防守好好嘅 Oscar Thompson，Paul Reed 作為一個替補中非常之好 ，Dennis Jenkins 係一個唔錯嘅板凳控衞，新選嚟嘅選手 Okoro 都係一個好好嘅 young guard 去做一個 prospect， 但係最大問題仍都係冇解決到，就係我啱啱提及過嘅 secondary ball handler。而家呢支球隊第二好嘅持球人叫做 Duncan Robinson， 同上個賽季一樣。大家都知道 Kate Cunningham 喺呢個季後賽不斷被包夾，冇辦法有人去關鍵時刻企出嚟同 Kate 喺 Kate Cunningham 手上話 Give me the ball, I'll do it, I'll go to score, I'll do the job, I'll go to drive, I'll give the threat to the enemies, to the other teams, right？ 咁呢樣嘢就係活塞到而家冇解決到問題。好多熱門人選曾經出現過，簽 Austin Reeves 嘅頂薪，俾湖人用頂薪留住咗。Kawhi Leonard 去咗暴龍啦，曾經一段時間傳咗好耐，但係到而家冇成事嘅 Trey Murphy， 當然 Trey Murphy 嘅部分就相對地冇咁合適嘅，就係佢唔係一個好出色嘅 ball handler， 亦都係冇季後賽嘅經驗，相對唔係比較冇咁好。佢係純粹係 shooting 方面比較好嘅啫。咁問題係又係活塞到而家都冇第二個 ball handler 啦。咁問題冇解決到喎。無論 Jalen Duren 係3500萬翻嚟、5000萬翻嚟，甚至2000萬翻嚟，你直至而家活塞都係冇一個好嘅 secondary ball handler 去幫 Kate Cunningham。而家自由市場仲有邊個啫 ？DeMar DeRozan。Are you relying on DeMar DeRozan in 2026 to be a secondary ball handler for playoffs, contending championships? I don't think so, right? It doesn't sound good, right? Like 活塞嘅整體陣容嘅完整性非常之好，但係就係差呢樣嘢，令到佢成個休賽季非常之差，俾一種感覺就係佢乜都冇做到。Jalen Duren 嘅藥未搞掂，甚至乎你解決呢個咁明顯嘅季後賽問題都冇做到，就令人覺得，Nah, you're not doing good. You're not doing good, bro. You're not doing good. 好，活塞就講到呢度啦。個人就覺得，唉，我覺得最尾好視乎佢哋最尾俾嘅 Jalen Duren 嘅藥有幾大份。佢休賽季究竟係 F or is it D or C? It depends on this. If they give Jalen Duren a $15 million contract, brother, this team is cooked. This team is cooked. Okay, let's move on. 而家去到第二隊 Boston Celtics。今年 Boston Celtics 喺呢個休賽季 ，Brad Stevens 做咗一筆好多人覺得一個好 horrible 嘅 idea， 就係佢哋送走 Jaylen Brown， 換嚟嘅只有 Paul George 同2張 first round picks。好多人就覺得，喂，一個年度第二隊嘅 Jaylen Brown 只可以換到一個 Paul George。Really? Is an MVP level Jaylen Brown only swaps for 2026 Paul George? People are angry and people are mad. I saw people screaming shit, screaming ton of spoiling on Brad Stevens, saying, "Oh, you sucks, oh bruh." But in fact, people underrated. Not underrated. People overrated the trade value of Jaylen Brown, and people, I won't say underrated, but kind of forgetting what Paul George is capable for. And I'm not talking about Paul George is very good player or very good for the team, for Boston, but no. But the truth is, Paul George, what's the biggest point of Paul George nowadays? 3-point shooting, defense. That's it. He's old. He can't play. He barely played 40 games, 50 games in a season. So what is the value of it? 咁有好多人就忽略咗 Paul George 一嚟第兩樣嘢 ，Paul George 嘅合約就剩翻2年，佢哋冇人去思考過 Jaylen Brown 同 Paul George 之間，好多人就諗到話爭1年啫嘛，但係呢1年爭7000萬 ，Jason Tatum 4年頂薪35%，Jaylen Brown 35%。一支球隊係承受唔到2個35%嘅球員 percent， 你睇下隔離金塊發生咩事，係咪先？金塊做咩 ？Jamal Murray、Jokic， their team sucks because of their want to keep everybody on the team. They cannot afford to lose any of it, but Boston do. Why? Because Boston Celtics does not rely on Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? And people doesn't realize it. This team is still gonna be a playoff team without Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. The point is that everybody knows Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown, right? I like those controversial stuff, but post Achilles Jason Tatum is gonna be better than Jaylen Brown. We're gonna agree with this, right? The best version of Jaylen Brown we saw last season. He's done great jobs in the regular seasons. Still sucks in the playoffs. Like it's not very sucks, but he still cannot lead Boston to win the series despite 3-1, up 3-1, and you lose to the 76ers. That's the biggest point, and that's where I think triggers Brad Stevens to make the trade because he realizes that Jaylen Brown cannot lead Boston Celtics to win a championship himself. He realized that. He knows that. And if he cannot, then why are we paying him 35%? Because we are not winning a championship with you. Then we just gonna break this up, right? Why is Denver Nuggets keeping both Jamal Murray and Jokic? Because they feel like Jamal Murray and Jokic can win the title together. And without Jamal Murray, Jokic is not going to win a title. Okay? That's a hot take, but I agree with it. And without Jokic, the team sucks for Denver, right? But Boston Celtics is different because without either of them, this team is still going to be playoff level. Like this team, Jason Tatum, Paul George, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Mitchell Robinson, Clemens Clayton, Sam Hauser, these players, this team is still going to be playoff level. Like, I'm talking about top 6 seed minimum. You know what I mean? Top 6 seed minimum. People underrated the system of Joe Mazzulla. Like the 3-point shooting, the defense is still there. What have they lost from last year? The only reason people think this team is going to suck next year is because they think that post-Achilles Jason Tatum is going to be worse than Jaylen Brown. And I don't agree with it. I think post-Achilles Jason Tatum is going to be better than Jaylen Brown. Clearly. In both playoffs and regular season. And they got Mitchell Robinson also. And they got Paul George. 40 games Paul George. Okay, let's say he just played 40 games. Without Paul George, who do we got this team? They still got Sam Howard. They got Mitchell Robinson. They got Keita. They got great Sanchez for 48 minutes. Last year when Keita is off, who are they putting on? Luka Garza. Oh my gosh. Like no disrespect, but Luka Garza. And who else? Vucevic in playoffs? Really? Nah, bro. Nah. Now they still got a bunch of young wings that you can think they can have some improvement. Hugo Gonzalez, Ron Harper Jr., Skyman, Jordan Walsh. I'm not telling you that these guys are going to be superstars or whatnot. This is not going to happen. But they may be a good role players. You know what I mean? And Boston Celtics has a great system. And they can find good role players to fit in it. it's kind of different, but I would like to use Golden State Warriors as an example. 勇士點解可以勁咁多年？好大原因係咖喱啦。咁咖喱之外咧，點解佢哋一直可以有唔同嘅 role player 去出到嚟？就因為唔同 role player 一直都可以融入到呢個 system 入邊咯。Pajamski 其他地方打唔到波嘅 Gary Payton 同埋 Draymond Green， 再前少少 Kevon Looney， 唔同 role players keep coming up like the system is still there, the coach is still there, and your superstar is still there. You know what I mean? The only reason this team is gonna be out of the playoffs is gonna be post Achilles Jason Tatum is not healthy anymore. Like that's the only reason I would say. If Tatum can play, Paul George can play, I guess 40 games, 50, and Tatum can play like 60, this team is still gonna be top 60. I guarantee that. So I don't think that's a big problem losing Jaylen Brown. Like they have to retool stuff and see who these young guys are gonna be a part of the team in the future. 今年反而對於 Boston 係一個過渡年。舊年如果你都話可以等 Tatum 翻嚟衝冠嘅話，今年反而係一個過渡年。點解？就係測試 Jason Tatum 邊個可以圍繞 Jason Tatum 去做下一輪衝冠。Derek White is leaving. Like I'm not guaranteeing it, but I feel like Derek White should leave. Like he's no longer in this team anymore. Should belong in this team anymore. The timeline is not there. They may. I feel like if he played well in the first half of the season, there might be trade rumors. May not be rumors, but Stevens is gonna try a way to trade him because he's not. I don't think they're keeping him until 34, 35. Doesn't make sense for Brad Stevens to do that because he's not gonna be a championship contender third option in my opinion. He's lost that from last year's playoffs. And 30 million player who is not gonna be good enough for third option is very horrible for a team to build a contender level team. Like So I guess my prediction is Derek White's leaving. And Boston is okay. I don't feel horrible for the off seasons. New York Knicks, champion. I don't think we need to talk much about that. Actually, like they keep these guys: Landry Shamet, Alvarado, Diawara, Clarkson. The only guy leaving, Mitch Robinson, is in Celtics. But they have no choice, right? 我哋都知道 ，Jace 因為教練講，佢哋嘅老闆講，阿 Dolan 講嘅話，佢哋唔會超過 second apron 啊嘛，唔會交大嗰個稅，所以留唔到 Mitchell Robinson 其實係可以預期，所以冇乜特別值得講嘅，係。Okay, we're back. 翻嚟呢度，紐約人真係冇乜嘢好講，係咪先 ？Mitchell Robinson 嘅離開係冇辦法阻止，即係 like you can't stop that. He's gonna get his money, so that's it. They gotta dispose the team. 好啦，下一隊騎士，哇！ 騎士比較複雜反而，因為佢好多嘢未定。騎士首先第一樣嘢可以討論嘅就係 Donovan Mitchell get his next contract. People are saying it's fucking overpaid. What? I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say a bad word here, but no. Why? Donovan Mitchell is getting $75 million in 2030, and he's gonna be 34 years old in that time. 34歲嘅 Donovan Mitchell 攞75 million. That's how NBA salary grows, bro. 咁搞法咧，其實騎士如果呢2-3年都衝唔到冠就好大鑊嘅。其實睇下呢個睇 payroll 178咩嘢？出年其實呢個係12728，未續 Max Strus， 未計 James Harden， 未計佢哋做唔做簽邊個翻。Well, they kind of cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Like 睇唔睇到佢哋咧？睇好嘅。騎士如果揾到 Kuminga 或者 Peyton Watson 或者 both 翻嚟嘅話，呢隊波係有機會衝擊總決賽嘅。喺我心目中，當然有兩種因素啊，玄學因素。近呢咁過去幾年，每一季嘅東決嘅敗方喺下年都入咗總決賽。Just count it. Knicks lose last year in conference finals. Pacers lose in the conference finals. Boston lose in the conference finals, right? 22-23 21-22 Heat lose in the conference final against Celtics, right? 2021 Who? Wait a minute. 21-22嘅 loser 係熱火。2021嘅 loser 係就係老鷹。They didn't go. Well, that's the only team, right? In the whole 2020s, only the Atlanta Hawks did not get back to the conference final. Did not go to the finals after losing conference finals. So, is that? Yeah. Do I think the Cavs going to be a finals team? Yes. If they got Watson or Kuminga, I'm taking them as a conference championship. That's hot, right? People are saying that, oh, they're lucky, oh, they win ugly games against the Cavs, against the Pistons and the Raptors. They beat the Raptors because they don't have B and Brandon Ingram and quickly, blah, blah, blah. They beat the Pistons by game 7, even though and playing horrible, blah, blah, blah. Truth is, they're in the conference finals. And they suck against the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I believe in it. Like, sometimes you gotta believe in 玄學 right? 呢啲嘢唔到我哋唔信嘅，係咪？我哋睇下，可能出年騎士真係總決賽咧。Raptors. Kawhi Leonard may update, but we can talk about it. Kawhi Leonard trade is like 如果大家有睇我琴日篇文，你都知道，我係覺得，就算加 Kawhi Leonard 呢隊波都未係冠軍 level。我覺得真係好，其實好多人都提出過，我都講翻就係呢隊波同冠軍嘅差距最大問題係後備同埋核心健康。Like Kawhi Leonard is not healthy, quickly injured in playoffs. Pirtle always get injured.
They have no backups. Who are they going to back up for? CMB at the 5. Trace Jackson Davis. Scotty Barnes play the 5. Is that sustainable? I don't think so.
That's the reason. Like, championship level teams are having a great depth. What about this?
Jacoby Ward, good player. Trace Jackson Davis, nice player.
Colin Murray-Boyles, excellent rookie last year in playoffs. But we're talking about championship contender. This bench depth is not championship level. That's it. Hawks. Honestly, what the Hawks did in this offseason is awesome. They make good trades. They have good extensions. Although I have no idea why they give Jakob Lander 14 million. Like, why, brother? Why? Honestly, why? Like, how? Why? 14.1 million of what? Let's go find statistics, right? Let's check statistics. Let's check. Go to Basketball Reference. Okay, it's coming. 我而家入呢個 Basketball Reference 睇呢個 Yacht Lander。OK。呢個網絡啲 ，Bro。Okay. Why is it not matching? Oh, bruh. Hello? Okay. 10.6 points. 5.7 rebounds. 1.7 assists. That's it. A 30 years old center who is going to be 31 since the season started. Why? Honestly, why? Give me a reason. I don't know. How? Brother, last year was the average 10.6. 10.6. And he missed the playoffs, by the way. If you don't know, he's solid backup, but 14 million, really? Well, there are better choices for a backup center. You know what I mean? Like 14 million for a backup center, and he's not even that good. Remember 記唔記得睇 Mitchell Robinson 嗰陣3年40幾 million， and now they're talking about Jakob Lander for 14 million. This agent is good. I ain't gonna lie. This agent is good. And by the way, I have no idea why the Hawks is guaranteeing the contract of Buddy Hield. Like, why? Bro, he's not getting a single minute in playoffs last season in Atlanta. Why? I don't know. Maybe they like him as an energy guy. I mean, you got plenty shooters. You got Corey Kispert as a shooter. You trade for Devin Carter, another young rookie. I'm not rookie, young rooks as a shooter. I mean, he shoots badly, but he can shoot a little bit. And you got CJ McCollum. You trade away Zachary Richardson for Lou Dort and Ryan Nembhard. You got tons of players, and at the end of the day, your team is still mid and not good enough. Why? Like, I don't hate all these moves, you know what I mean?
呢啲操作拆開全部對老鷹嚟講 ，they're good. Honestly, they're good.
But is this team good enough for the East? I don't think so. Maybe the top 6. I would say if they're lucky enough. Okay, let's count it.
Who is better than them? New York Knicks is better than them, obviously. The 76ers is better than them, obviously. The Cavaliers is better than them, obviously. The Heat is gonna be better than them. I believe so. The Pacers are gonna be better than them. I believe so. The Boston Celtics are gonna be better than this team for regular season. Like, all of the teams I'm talking about for regular season, 6 already. For me, let me think about it. The Washington Wizards may be better than them. Like,
this team is not guaranteed to be better than many teams in the East. Like, let's reverse a little bit. Who are they better than? Guaranteed better than the Nets, the Bucks, the Hornets, maybe the Bulls. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I doubt if this team is gonna be better than the Chicago Bulls. Seriously, I give them so. Where are they? 11 seed. You cannot even make the play-in tournament for 11 seed. You know what I mean? I doubt their choice of taking Jalen Johnson as their first option. He's good. He's talented. He's an all-star. He got good statistics. His contract is good as a player, but he's not good as a first option. You know what I mean? This team is way more closer to mid after they trade Trae Young away. Like, before that, when you have Trae Young, you still can think that this team might be good for a certain extent. You know what I mean? But now, they are really mid. Fucking mid. I don't know, man. I just don't like how they build it. Okay, 76. I don't think we need worse here, right? They're good. They're good. That's it, man. The only thing stopping them is health. Joel Embiid, LeBron, maybe Jaylen Brown. I don't know. These guys are good. I have no doubt, not a single bit of doubt, for the ability to play well together. Not a single bit. They're gonna be good in the regular season and they're gonna be good in playoffs. The only thing stopping them is health, in my opinion. That's it. I don't think there is any way to say that. Oh, this is horrible, man. Orlando Magic. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. I've talked about, like, I'm being fast on 76ers, but it's 35 minutes and we just talked about 7. Moving on to 8 team.
it's like 5 minutes per team, and I fly through 76ers, man. 7-6人我飛咁講咯，已經係7個字講咗5隊，而家7個字講咗7隊，平均5分鐘一隊。嗰啲有30隊，即係我呢度要講2個半鐘。Really?
Gosh, I find it boring too, man. I don't know, man. This shit, I don't know, man. I doubt it.
Maybe I should stop this. I don't know. Nobody's watching.
I'm just chilling here, watching myself talking shit. Yeah. I guess we're gonna do it later. You know what? Fucking hell yeah. Good to see you all. Just doing trial here. Hope you all good. If you lucky enough to scroll to get into here, respect. Bye, man. Love you here.